I thank the Chairman, and I appreciate your passion and this topic. It affects literally every American. It affects people all across the world. I think one of the great questions that needs to be posed to our society and certainly our country as a whole is how to find the right balance between personal privacy and national security. And I for one, am not willing to give up every bit of privacy in the name of security. So how do we find that right balance? It's not easy to find. In response to recent moves by Apple and Google mentioned by Chairman Hurd, the FBI Director Comey recommended, quote, a regulatory or legislative fix, end quote, which would force companies to manufacture their mobile devices in such a way that law enforcement can access the data on those devices without a warrant or court order. I have three general concerns about Director Comey's proposal. First, it's impossible to build just a backdoor for just the good guys. You know, just the good guys can get this. If somebody at the Genius Bar can figure it out, so can the nefarious folks in a van down by the river. As Alex Stamos, Yahoo's Chief Information Security Officer, recently explained, all of the best public cryptographers in the world would agree that you can't really build backdoors in crypto. That's like drilling a hole in a windshield. The Commerce Department's National Institute of Standards and Technology's chief cybersecurity advisor agreed, saying, quote, there is no way to do this where you don't have an unintentional vulnerability, end quote. And I worry about those unintentional vulnerabilities. We have a wide variety of experts on the panel today to help us examine some of the potential economic, privacy, security, and geopolitical consequences of introducing a vulnerability into the system. Second, we already live in what some experts have referred to as the, quote, golden age of surveillance, end quote, for law enforcement. Federal, state, and local law enforcement have never had tools at their disposal to help detect, prevent, and prosecute, had more tools at their disposal to detect, prevent, and prosecute crime. It seems that we hear every day there's new, often startling story about the United States government's ability to track its own citizens. I recognize technology can be a double-edged sword and many pose challenges for law enforcement as well, but we're certainly not going to go dark, and in many ways we've never been brighter. Third, strong encryption prevents crime and is a part of the economy. People keep their lives on their mobile phones. Typical mobile phone might hold a person's pictures, contacts, communications, finance schedule, and much more personal information, in addition to my words with friends, which is critical to my daily sanity. If your phone is lost or stolen, you want to know where your information is protected, and encryption does that. There's a reason the world's largest technology companies are increasingly developing stronger and more frequently used encryption technologies. It's not because they're anti-law enforcement. On the contrary, it's because sophisticated cyber hacks are nearly daily events. No one is immune from digital snooping, from the White House to corporate America to private citizens. The opportunity brought to us by the modern technologies are near limitless. But if the system is not compromised, if the system is compromised. Strong encryption helps ensure data is secure and allows companies and individuals to operate with confidence and trust. And I look forward to hearing from our witnesses today, but we have choices to make. Do we allow the 99% of Americans who are good, honest, decent, hardworking, patriotic people to have encrypted phones? Or do we need to leave a back door open and create vulnerability for all of them? Because vulnerability it's all or none, folks. It's not just a little bit, not just for the good guys. And that's why we're having this hearing today. I appreciate Chairman Hurd and what he's doing, and I appreciate and thank you all for being here as witnesses today. Yield back.